All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. In this particular video, I'm going to touch on the elections. Now, you have a former president of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now, he has some interesting quotes. And one of them you can see right here on your screen. And it reads, presidents are selected, not elected. You see that? So this whole thing is a plan. Donald Trump was appointed to be in the office. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, they knew that they weren't going to win the election. This is all according to the plan, the New World Order agenda. Let's not forget, Donald Trump promotes Elon Musk, which is the creator of the MOTB that goes in the brain. And he wants to give him a high position, you know. He endorses this man. And Elon Musk, he keeps saying this phrase, Novos Ordos Seclorum. That means New World Order. He even wore a suit at the Met Gala. It's like this big, elite party or whatever. He even wore a suit, and on the back of it, it said Novos Ordos Seclorum. And he made sure that camera got that. New World Order. And after Trump won, so-called won, after he was selected, he put on X, which you can even go back. I'm talking about when Elon Musk was young. He was talking about he wants to make a website called X. When we see it right here, everything is planned, I'm trying to tell you. He put on X, his formerly known as Twitter. He put on there what? Novos Ordos Seclorum. Just that, 3 words. New World Order. You see? This is all according to the plan. Vladimir Putin, Russia's president, came out and said what? Since Donald Trump is president-elect, it's about to be a struggle for a new world order. Franklin D. Roosevelt, presidents are selected, Slovakia, not elected. Your vote don't matter, man. The Electoral College puts them in power, gives them the office, and guess what? Guess who runs the Electoral College? The small hats. There's a right wing, there's a left wing. Well, guess who owns the whole bird? The small hats. All right. Now you have speculation saying that Donald Trump might not make it, to January 20th. They might pull a what was his name? That president that got assassinated. They might pull one of them moves on him. You have Iran. You have a lot of people around the world, freaking out that Donald Trump got elected, which I don't really believe in none of that. But that's what the news, the headlines are saying. But you have Iran saying that they ain't worried about it. As a matter of fact, they wanted him to lose the elections, so they stopped their assassination attempts. But now, they're back on the assassination attempts, and they're going to get it off. So, bam. All right? And if that happens, guess what? We're looking at civil war. If Trump was to kick the bucket, man, that's civil war, bro. All right? And prophecy, it jumps smooth off the page. Another quote by former President F.D. Roosevelt. It says, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Come on now. This is coming straight out the White House. Right? So, hey, don't fall into politics like that. Don't get too caught up with it. Understand it's all a plan. All right? What you're supposed to be focused on is these prophecies, because all these prophecies will come to pass. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And let's prove this. This is Isaiah 34:16, and we read, seek ye out the book of Yahweh. That's these scriptures. All right? And read. No one of these shall fail. What does it mean when it says no one of these shall fail? It's talking about the prophecies, right? That's what it means when it says that. You're supposed to be focused on this. Now, I know you was looking forward to them Trump supporters wilding the hell out. If Kamala would have won, you was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to it too, you know? But nonetheless, the prophecies are still going to come to pass. It ain't on my time. It's on the Lord's time, right? So continuing, it says, none shall want her mate, which means no other book is going to be matched up to the scriptures. You can't hold no book equal to the scriptures because the scriptures have something called prophecy in them. All these other books don't. All right? It's just a bunch of fucking, as they'll say over there in Britain, a bunch of gobbledygook. If I can say it like that. All right? So none shall want her mate. No other book is going to be equal to this book. So seek you out the book of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and read it. Because none of these prophecies is going to fail, man. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them, talking about the elect. But that was the point. All these prophecies is going to come to pass. We see in 2nd Ezra 15 and 15, we see it says their destruction, the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and with swords in their hand. That's talking about a race war / civil war, which we see brewing. This is going to come to pass. It's your duty to hold faith, to be faithful all the way into the end. Don't get discouraged. All right? Keep on pushing, man. So I'm going to play this video of, Iran on the hunt for Donald Trump's life. So he might not even make it to the 20th. And if he do, can I read this again? In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. All right? Donald Trump is talking about death penalty for anti-Semitism, for those who seeks the life or the destruction of the Israelis. He says he's going to seek their lives. All right. He met with Benjamin Netanyahu, which is the prime minister of Israel. And they were talking about how to combat anti-Semitism. Now, if you want to know the definition of anti-Semitism, Shalak. It's an ongoing definition. All right. And this is from the IHRA. I'm going to say it like that. You can see the name right there on the top. Definition of anti-Semitism. Look how long that shit is. You would think it's just, one definition. But no, it's an ongoing definition. They're adding and adding and adding and adding. And it basically breaks down that if you don't worship these people, and if you point out anything wrong that they're doing, that they own this, that they run the world, that they're not Israel, they're walking around with your identity, you're an anti-S, and you might get that knock on the door and get thrown your ass in prison. You see that? Donald Trump was talking to Benjamin Netanyahu about how to combat anti-Semitism. You see that? He said the death penalty. We need to bring back the death penalty. That's what he said out of his own mouth. Look it up. All right? Not just that. He was talking about biometric visa tracking system in and out. He wants to chip migrants. He wants a tracking system. Oh, brother, that's just talking about the illegal immigrants. He said in land, in the sea, in the air. He wants to push the MOTB system. Now, you can look that up as well. You see? Operation Warp that he funded. Come on, man. This dude is in the pocket of the small hats. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, You can bet it was planned that way. I hope it was edifying. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.
It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Well, no, we're actually seeing things changing dramatically and very quickly. And in addition to that, as I mentioned, news coming out that the Department of Justice is charging 3 in Iranian plot to assassinate Donald Trump at this time. I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage so that way you can see it for yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And as soon as I start this, go ahead and drop a 5x5 in the comments so that way I know you're hearing it and seeing it okay. Just want to make sure the mics are working correctly.
Some breaking news that we wanted to bring to you this hour. This just coming from the Department of Justice right now on that plan, that Iranian plan, a murder for hire plan targeting Donald Trump. We are getting some new information in from the Justice Department as is just unsealed a criminal charge today in a thwarted Iranian plot to kill President-elect Donald Trump before this week's presidential election. A criminal complaint filed in federal court in Manhattan alleges that an unnamed official in Iran's Parliamentary Revolutionary Guard instructed a contact this past September to put together a plan to surveil and ultimately kill Donald Trump. If the man identified as Farhad Shakiri was unable to create a plan by then, the complaint said the official told him Iran would pause its plan until after the presidential election because the official believed Trump would lose and it would be easier to assassinate him then. The complaint said Shakiri told the FBI he didn't plan to propose a plan to murder Trump within the 7 days the official had requested, according to the complaint. The plot with the charges unsealed just days after Trump's defeat of Democrat Kamala Harris reflects what federal officials have described as ongoing efforts by Iran to target U.S. government officials, including Trump, on U.S. soil here. So this is a breaking news alert that we just wanted to bring to you on Live Now from Fox. Obviously, Donald Trump is the center of assassination plots. Unfortunately, we saw it play out this past summer with 2. And that was domestically, but now there is also international concerns for his life as well. And we know Iran is trying to ultimately kill now President-elect Donald Trump and looking for ways to do it. And in this complaint, talking about they thought he was going to lose the 2024 election and thought, okay, it's going to be much easier to assassinate him then when he doesn't have maybe all of the protection surrounding him. Well, things have changed. He won, of course, on early Wednesday morning, being declared the winner. And now, as you can imagine, security will be so ever tight around President-elect Donald Trump. But this news just coming in and really unsealed.
Like the dude Don Cheatham said, he said what? He said, that for them group, like, let's say 7 Hezbollah members was to storm in on him, on Trump, with his security detail around him. What do they call them? Secret Service members around him. You got former military saying them Hezbollah troops would have took them out and Donald Trump. Just like that. They said, nah, there wouldn't have been no miss or no flying past the head or no bullshit like that, man. You got former military coming out that's getting into politics that's saying, no, if Hezbollah, if the real motherfucking is Elomites, them Iranians, and their proxy groups was the hit, was to try to get at Donald Trump, that they will accomplish their mission. There's one thing where you have 2 people fighting and they're ducking behind walls, trying to shoot each other. And the reason that they're going behind the walls is because they want to preserve their life. They don't want to die. And then on the other hand, you have an enemy that's running straight out to you. He don't care about his life. Don't say in Genesis, excuse me. Right. You got one that don't really care about his life at all. He's running straight in the open with bullets flying, trying to get your ass. I was in the military before, and I did I was the doing the military. I was doing a drill, and they were acting like Ishmaelites, and how their tactics. And I remember one of them was like, "This is how they gonna do it," and I didn't expect it. None of us expected it, and he ran across us and sprayed everything. Blah, 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 blah. It sprayed all of us. It wasn't real ammo, but you can see how that one body would have wiped out. I mean, like shit, he would have hit like 9, 10 of us. And I bring all this up to say what? If they really put those people over, if they really want Donald Trump, they can get him. That's why you have the U.S. concerned about it, right?
By the Department of Justice. And again, I just want to reiterate that this criminal complaint filed in federal court in Manhattan alleges that an unnamed official in Iran's Parliamentary Revolutionary Guard instructed a contact this past September to put together a plan to surveil and ultimately kill Donald Trump. So this was after the 2 assassination attempts domestically. And you're talking about after the RNC. So September, they wanted to try to put a hit on the former president at the time, now president-elect once again here. So they were trying to do it in a 7-day window. If it wasn't completed in that 7-day window, they were going to hold off until after the election, because they thought he was going to lose then. So now, of course, so much security and really detail has to be put in on every measure.
You see the concern in his voice. Okay? They don't like the fact that Iran, this information has come out that they thought he was going to lose. So, they said, well, we're going to wait till we lose so we can get him because it'll be easier that way. All right, after he was selected, they said, okay, now we're going to pick plans back up. I guess we got to go harder. So look out for that. Because if that happens, we're on the horizon of a civil war. Right? So, like I was reiterating in the video, all these prophecies are going to come to pass. All of them. So hold faithful. What are you doing in this time? Are you breaking? Is your faith wearing thin? Or are you waxing strong in Yahweh Shem Yahushai? Looking forward to these prophecies to come to pass. Is he giving you the understanding? Think about this.
For Donald Trump's movement, really from here until January 20th, when he will be sworn